All right, welcome back to Facebook Live. We had a couple technical difficulties, but we're back.
Sorry, guys.
Ladies in the South.
Can't get rid of us that easy.
Nope. So we have some funny things that we want to talk about first. We have some really cool would you rather questions. And so you're going to ask the first one.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back and forth, but we might chime in on each other.
Okay. So, Katie, would you rather be an unimportant character in the last movie that you saw or an unimportant character in the last book that you read?
I would totally be the last movie I saw because I just saw The Avengers, and there's a lot of unimportant characters that were awesome.
Like, do you know who they were?
No, because
they were just unimportant and you don't know.
They were just unimportant, but they were also really cool. Like, one of the people for Black Panther, like one of his, I don't know any of their names, but they were awesome. Ones. Yeah, they were unimportant.
AKA Katie Barber.
Yes. So I totally would be fine being unimportant in the Avengers movie. Next one. Although I think that was the last one.
I think it was.
Anyways.
That was it.
So, my question is, would you rather have 2 permanent lazy eyes or always get a nosebleed at an extremely embarrassing moment?
All right.
It's a hard one.
I think that I would rather have 2 lazy eyes because, you know, if you just have one, people kind of look at you like, what's wrong with that person? But if you have 2, they might think that that's like the norm for you.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
But imagine having, like, if I was just right here talking to you guys and my nose started bleeding right in front of you.
Awkward.
That would be bad. So I could put sunglasses on, cover up the lazy eyes.
Yeah.
We'd be good to go, you know?
I mean, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it either, I think.
All right. This one.
Okay.
This one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you rather always get stuck in traffic? Oh, that one is... we'll go to... I want to do this one.
Okay.
Would you rather see a happy picture of every animal that you eat or going to eat when it was still alive, or go without meat for the rest of your life?
I'm a meat eater. I am from Vermont, born and raised, so I can totally see a cow and know exactly what part of that cow I want to eat. So yeah, I could totally see a picture.
Every
That's an
time,
easy one.
like flashcard in front of your face.
Yeah, I don't mind. So much so that my son will see a chicken and be like, "You're delicious."
Oh,
so,
no.
So your chickens, don't let him view them. You'll want either.
My chickens,
I don't mind.
They would never know the difference.
No. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, you can judge me, Facebook Live people, but yeah, I have no problem.
She's really the sweethearted one out of the bunch. Definitely out of the 2, for sure.
Well, I love meat. I don't think I could go a whole year.
Not
could you go
chicken.
the whole? Yeah, chicken. I just love all meat.
But when I see those chickens all squished in the truck,
I can't do that.
I have to swerve away really fast because I cannot ride behind them. I feel like an awful citizen.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be able to see a picture of them harmfully being, because that's usually not the chicken or things that I eat. But
yeah.
Anyways, judge me.
Glad you can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to do that question. Oh. Would you rather always get stuck in traffic or always have really slow internet connection?
I would definitely rather, you know...
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what you would answer, but I'm curious.
Probably slow internet connection because I have really bad road rage and it's probably not for my best well-being.
You're also not on the internet as much.
No.
Like, she is like, doesn't even have an Amazon account, people. Right?
So, yeah, I know that you are all probably judging me right now. The president of our company, Mark Gotze, has called me out on that one also. So
I live in Amazon. Like, literally live in Amazon. But no, that's how I thought you were going to answer. But also, you do have road rage. That's why I drive whenever we're together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so, sorry, you're next.
Okay. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Totally Yoda. All day, every day, hands down. I don't know if I could breathe like Darth Vader unless
you were breathing like Darth Vader beside me right now. I'd be like, cut out.
But if I was Yoda, I can't even impersonate Yoda, so I'm not going to try.
However, Facebook Live. Come on.
No. People would judge hard on that one more than anything else.
Our good reputation.
Reputation standing. But I would definitely do Yoda more than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so last one. Would you rather be forced to wear wet socks for the rest of your life or only be allowed to wash your hair once a year? That's a tough one.
That's a really tough one. Would I have to wear the wet socks, though, every day?
Every day.
Did that say every day?
It said every day. You're forced to wear socks, for the rest of your life. So it's every day for the rest of your life. Or go clean your hair, not clean your hair other than once a year.
That's so tough. I think I'd have to go with the wet socks, though.
That's a lot of dry shampoo.
I could not. That'd be expensive.
Yeah.
And that would be gross. So I think that I'd go with the wet socks.
The rest of your life.
Yeah.
What if they were like clean wet socks? Could you do it? That'd be fine.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be it. They could just be slightly damp, you know?
Either one.
Anyhow.
Cool. Those are fun. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are and what you think. Could you totally talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Darth Mom. She's a mom.
I'm a mom, 100%. Anyways, so we're super excited. We really, really love case studies. You've been in the industry for, I don't know if you guys caught it, but for 5 years.
Yes.
So she's got a really cool stories to talk about and things that she's seen through it all. Are you gonna come say hi?
Featuring
Do you see it? Are you there? You'll come in a second.
we're a little
like
delayed
a second
here.
behind.
Would you happy?
You were captured.
You're there somewhere.
Sorry.
You're good. So I want to start with this guy because we were talking about this morning, and I think he's so cool. And your case study is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had a
there you are.
I
Finally
had
coming
a
in.
great year last year for sales in this awesome little piece here.
Yeah.
This is our Tube HC for you guys that aren't too familiar with it. Thank you, Miss Vienna.
Yeah.
This is a dual purpose tumbler. It is phenomenal. It's got 2 different lid features, so it can go from hot and cold, as you see on the awesome retail packaging here. Also comes along with a great straw, and with the straw feature, there's a nice little stopper there. So when it's down in there, it is there to stay. But I really wanted to talk about this piece today, just to get it out there, let you guys know for a really nice, inexpensive option, what we have to offer you, and what's been a great success for me. And for my selling history. So this piece specifically, I sell a lot of for a manufacturing company, and this is used on an employee internal store, and they use it for a little bit of everything, for some sales incentives all the way to internal front, I guess you could say front to back of the house, just different staff members, and it can be used for a little bit of everything. So when you come in the morning, you can have your hot lid on for your coffee, which is awesome. Midday, afternoon, you can put your water into this, put your awesome straw and regular lid top onto it, and then at nighttime, if you want to mix it up a little bit, put whatever you want in there. So totally up to you.
Irish coffee.
There you go.
Just kidding.
I was waiting on that. I had a feeling you were going to say that. So this has just been a huge, huge success for me.
Yep.
And another thing that has been huge about this piece is that, again, retail packaging, but really lightweight. So it's not a really heavy product, you know, and great.
Really big imprint area.
Sorry, no, you're good. So great imprint area here. It's phenomenal, 2-side standard as well. So we're able to put some really fun stuff on there for them, depending on how they're gonna, you know, use it for the month or whatever the case may be. But this is a really good durable product for the manufacturing.
So what I love that we talked about this morning is, I mean, when I say she had some really nice POs, she had really nice POs this year for them, and I was like, girl, like, how is this going? And we were kind of going back and forth and brainstorming, like, who else could we really expand this to, which is why we brought on the case study. But the idea behind getting one thing for everyone in the company is really unheard of, because trying to find a promo item that everybody's going to relate to and need and use all the time, I mean, I honestly didn't even think of it for that type of manufacturing, because I think it's sometimes smaller, but people like that because especially when you're manufacturing, sometimes you just want to get away and walk away. It's really easy just to grab some, but it's 16 ounce, so it's still pretty big,
Yeah,
right?
and you definitely want, whenever we're focusing on a product that can be company-wide, you want something that's going to be good for everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody drinks coffee in the morning, you know, or hot tea throughout the day, whatever the case may be. But you're always going to have somebody that's drinking a cold beverage.
Oh, wait.
Or for folks that are taking it home, it's child-friendly with the lid and the straw. So always keep that in mind whenever you're focusing on something for definitely a broad buy. This is definitely a go-to staple piece for that. So this is the Tube HC. Let us know if you guys have any questions in the chat. We'd love to answer those for you.
Yeah, I think we're good so far.
Yeah,
But,
we are.
yeah.
It's been
Love
super
it.
successful for me, so check this piece out. You'll love it.
TBHC.
Yeah.
So mine, I'm actually going to start with these little guys right here. So if you can see them, do you know what these are? Bag tags. What's really cool about the bag tags is what we use them for is, and I'm not going to try and say, we'll have to comment after on what the actual item is because I never remember. It's like ECM,
a little bit of the
something
alphabet.
FD, yeah. But it's a really great bag tag. I love that it looks really, really cool with these arches right here. They're supposed to be for golf, but we actually use these for an airline. And what they do is they use their airline logo right here because you have two different full color doming options on this guy. So you've got the airline right here, and then they actually open up these different elite. So say if it's United, whatever United's is, or whatever Delta's is, or whatever Spirit is, if you get to that level, they usually have these clubs that you can get into. So with this club, say they're opening one in New York City, or Austin, Texas, or Chicago, they do their logo here, but they also change out the bottom where they can have an entire, so if it's New York City, it's the skyline. If it's Chicago, it's probably that really cool stainless steel beam art, whatever that's. So they have the bag tag. It's also really heavy, so I really love that. Weight. We also added on the back, so if you can see there's like this mold back here, we added where they can put their name and phone number and address, so that important information is really easy. That I think is one of my favorites. This year alone I've gotten over $50,000 just in these bag tags, which is great. So there is an opportunity. It's really great not just for airlines. Like if you're thinking about who else can I sell this to because I don't have an airline, I love them for insurance people. To be able to put, hey, here's your State Farm logo, but then there's your individual information on the bottom, and then if they want to put something on the back, things like that. But people always need really great bag tags to be like, oh, yep, that's my bag. 'Cause
I have trouble with that.
They all look the same.
They really do.
Especially our work
really
ones.
do.
And we have all our swag inside of these massive, I mean, it's great that we're able to bring them with us, but they look like every black or gray bag.
Yeah, instead of fighting with somebody, they're like, excuse me, you just grabbed my bag.
And I'm like, no, I've got my bag tag
with
on
my
it. So that's really important. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and you can tell when you put your name back.
That's a really cool idea. I'd never really thought of having the different, quirks or cool things that are out at that city, whatever the case may be. That really just makes it super personal.
Yep.
And that really just will, I hope, help you guys think, be creative as to what we can do with your product, because that is so out of the box.
And it's customizing it without customizing the entire item. I think that's really what we were going for. And we have a lot of different options for these, so this is not all that we have. We have a lot of different options. I just really love this one just because it looks really cool with those arches.
It's fancy.
And it's got the place in the back. But yeah, I worked on this for probably about 6 months with the distributor, and it's been really, really successful, and they really love it. So
I'm sure it's not going to die down either. I'm sure it's going to
going to keep continuing, and I'm going to be pitching this to a lot of my customers who have them. So I think it's great. I think it's a really great item.
That's
so
awesome.
Pretty cool, huh?
I'm loving it, Katie.
Now you've got pins.
Now I need one of those so when I travel.
Yes. We need to put Gold Bond and Tracy right on the bottom.
Yeah. So
you have cool pins.
One thing I wanted to also talk to you guys about today was, I know it's a pin. It is not the shiniest, most fun item that everybody really wants to talk about or see, because it's not, brand new or whatever the case may be. But pins are still so very important, and they are still an everyday necessity, especially in our industry. And I wanted to go over a really fun case study that I totally adored. I had so much fun working on this. Don't have any, pets of my own, but
you have chicken.
Chickens don't count.
Oh.
Just kidding. I love doing this because I got to hear some really cool stories. So I had a pet company worldwide that purchased these all throughout the year, and every single time that they had an adoption. So one of those sweet little pets finally got a home. As the, whoever was taking that pet home, the owner was filling out their paperwork, they got to take home an awesome pin with them. So this here is our PN10, or you might know it as the Quasar pen. Comes in some fun, really cool different colors here that you'll see on the table. But what's really cool about this is that it's light in weight, easy to transport, and it's got a really nice imprint area, and also can be done up to 2 color. So this is why that pet store chose this product, because they really don't have a big budget. They're also just trying to make ends meet and getting homes for all these little guys. So this fit into their budget, which was key for sure. fit into that lightweight for shipping because they didn't have a lot of budget there as well, but something again that they could take home and just kind of, you know, remember where they got that special animal from.
And I love these colors that they come in. They're translucent. So it's a really cool pen because a lot of people like the thicker pens, but they don't want it too heavy. So like you said, lightweight, but also really thick, so you can...
I do love the translucent barrels.
Beautiful.
They're so cool. But like I said before, they're not the shiniest items out there, but these...
make an impact.
They really do.
They
so
do.
always keep that in mind as you're out there pitching pens, because of course people are going to say, I want that new shiny product. I want that item that, you know, everybody is out here saying that it's trending or it's in comparison to this or to that. But these are still super, super key, guys, so keep the writing instruments in mind for sure.
I would definitely challenge you to look in your pen, either your junk drawer with all your pens or your pen holder. I still have one from Audi, which I had an Audi. We bought an Audi a couple years ago. We still have the pen from there. And we have a pen from when we bought our house last year.
Yep.
So they might not to you think, and I wasn't in the industry when I got my Audi one, but my husband will not let me get rid of that one. And it's not a Gold Bond pen. So I'm like, nope, it's gone. Nope. He loves it because it really reminds us of a great time in our life when we were able to sign to get the car of his dreams, I would say. And we got our house. So it has an emotional connection.
Yes.
I think it's very well understated. And I love that case study. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
We put a lot of work into it, but it was well worth it. And again, I wanted to bring that up just to show you guys the pens are still very important for especially, you know, lower budgets, but they do still have a big impact, you know, out there in our industry.
And we have so many machines that run pens, so
All
we can
day,
get
every day.
most of our pens are in 24-hour. I think.
Quite a
Like,
bit.
A lot of our pens are in 24 hours. So let us know, but I think they make more of an impact than we think.
They do.
So thank you for that.
Awesome. I mean, couldn't go throughout my day without a pen, you know?
That's true.
I'm the old school one that still uses my paper calendar in front of me every
So we were
day.
talking before Facebook Live, and we were like, would you rather? And I said, well, would you rather use the digital calendar or paper? Now, I knew the answer because she could not live, like, I can't live without my digital. I've got one for my work, I have one for my husband's work, and I have one for our personal, like, birthdays.
Katie's
and
very
things.
well kept together.
Very well. A little bit of a type A personality, right? But you are as well in certain areas, but she cannot. She's like, okay, I'll talk to you in the morning when I can look at my calendar. It's like on a paper on her desk. So
I live
total
by that
opposite.
thing. If you try to call me on the weekend and ask me what my plan is for the following week, I'm going to tell you I can't talk to you till Monday morning when I look at my calendar.
It's so true. She does it. You are very, I'm all digital. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You literally couldn't live without a pen.
No.
So the last one I want to talk about is the Toccoa, and I think it is I mean, I know it's a beautiful item, but it's everyone thinks that coolers have either gone their course or they're just another item. They're not fresh and hip and awesome. I very much disagree. I love the Toccoa cooler. The reason why is because it's really, really large. It's under a $20 price point. You've got great handles on it that this guy actually goes in so you can just handle one, or you've got your shoulder strap on it. You've got a place to put your phone. It's water resistant, which is huge, so you can bring it to the beach, you can bring it out to the pool, but it's very, very large. So my case study on this, and I actually sell them a lot. Can you see inside there maybe? I sell these a lot for golf season. I absolutely think they're really, really phenomenal. And the reason why is because a lot of people are like, hey, I've got a $20 price point, or I've got a $25 price point. I've got 125 people looking for something. And I'm like, have you ever thought of a cooler bag? And I'm going to tell you about the Toccoa. And we've actually sold a lot of them by not only just giving them this, like, here you go, and there's a couple koozies inside. We actually use it where we put it on the cart itself. We fill it with ice, and we fill it with a bunch of drinks that everybody's going to want. Or they stop at each individual one and put the drinks that they want for the whole inside of there. So it's very useful that exact day, but it's also super useful. So I had one where they're like, okay, whoever does the best in your 4 carts, there's 4 people to a cart, here's all your drinkware. There's 2 people to a cart, I think, in this one. 2 people to a cart, there's 4 people playing at once. And then whoever did really good inside the cart, whoever did better, got to keep this, and the other one had to keep all the other koozies or whatever is inside of it. So you still got something, but you're really trying to be competitive now for what the swag is.
That's
so
awesome.
I think it's just a really underrated item. I love it. It's a really nice imprint area. It's a really, really nice bag. I use it almost every weekend near my pool because I'm lazy to go inside and get my drinks.
I have 2 kids, and we love the $10 bag.
I'm sure you bring it to like sporting
We do,
events.
yeah. We recently just went to one of our local amusement parks, and that was our
Really?
savior to not spend $100 million at the, the little stands there for drinks and
Was
for
it
food.
comfortable? Out of curiosity, was
Yes.
it comfortable to like
Yes,
walk
and
around
I
with
had it loaded down too.
Yeah.
It was super comfortable. It didn't sweat,
It's really-
which is awesome about this specific material. A lot of your cooler bags
Very
that
thick.
you use, they will sweat, and this one it didn't. And to
Yeah.
me, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that because I used
agree.
it for a full day, and it still kept everything nice and cool. But I'll tell
Beautiful
you
bag.
what I love about your case study is
Yeah.
that you were able to find something they could use at real time, and that is huge.
Yeah.
I don't
Instant
think
gratification.
that there is enough of that going around right now. It's always what can we send home, or what will they use after the fact, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be so much more useful and important, memorable, if we could find more product, or help you find more product for your event that we can use during the event. Let's bring it to life. Let's not just hand it to you printed and for you to take it home. So
And hope
that's
that
awesome.
they use it and hope that it makes an impression.
Absolutely.
I'm all about finding things that make an impression or bring value to the customer itself, because most of the time you're not selling these. So what's funny about suppliers is we're selling it to the distributor's selling it to end user. The end user's trying to sell it to another person or give it away.
Right.
And we're trying to, at our level, try to make an impact at the end. So I think these case studies are super important because it helps us, not only because you guys ask a lot of questions and you ask for different case studies, but it really helps everyone. I know I learn a lot from these case studies to be like, how do I make the most impact to that end buyer? Because that's such a difficult feat to do every single day.
I get asked for case studies on a daily basis.
Do you?
So I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my customers, can you tell me a little bit about that? Or especially when I'm getting some newer, reps at one of my accounts and they don't know much about the industry. The case studies are key, and they're so, it's just fun to, again, to bring something to life, even to that end user. As Katie said, we're selling to the very end, and if we can tell you how it was successful for us, and we do this all the time, to give that to you, for you to go sell it just like that. So they're a lot of fun.
Well, we hope we're bringing value to you by doing these. We would love to hear from you, though. If you guys have a specific case study you're looking for, or items that you're interested in, we try to pick the ones that are really impactful to what we see, but there are so many out there. We'd love to hear what your best case studies have been and stories that you can provide for us.
Or if you have any on these items or the items that we have done in the past, we'd love to see how you guys have used them, and we can kind of compare apples to apples or cross-pollinate and see what you guys have too.
Or when you use these case studies to win those orders, let us know, because I think that's a really cool idea to see if these are really valuable to you guys.
Put them on your social media. Tag Gold Bond Inc. and definitely let us see how you're using your product too.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We use that stuff.
We definitely, especially Josh, our social media guy.
He would appreciate you.
Very much.
Big time, big time.
So follow us on Facebook, because this is where we do our live events every Friday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. But we're also on, let's see if I can do this. We've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter. What? LinkedIn. I think I forgot that last week. I forget them all the time. I need a list. But come check us out. Follow us. We're on commonsku.
Does that count?
Does that count as social media?
commonsku.
We're on commonsku.
Point here.
Yeah. There you go. It's good to have someone who's been in the industry for 5 years. But yeah, follow us. Check us out. Can't wait to see you next Friday.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hope you have a great weekend.